My name's Mimi. I became involved with Hestia and it gave me a bit more confidence. And then I met people and we then developed Back on Track.
And my name's Paul Ride. I'm the Back on Track coordinator. The purpose of Back on Track really is to give offenders coming out of custody an opportunity to engage with a mentor so that they have better chances when they're back in the community, because things are really difficult when you first leave prison.
My name's Tim Ibrahim. I'm the mentoring coordinator for Back on Track, and Back on Track is a peer-led service that trains people up to become mentors, so that they're able to work with ex-offenders in the community and in prisons on a one-to-one basis, and we also train people up to deliver our group program that we deliver in the community.
My psychiatric nurse referred me to Hestia. I started participating in the policy group meetings. I started doing the Better Lives Forum. I just became involved in the organisation. All of a sudden I found that I had good ideas and people were listening to me, and there was a platform for my opinions.
Prison is a difficult time when you're going through it, but the real problems begin when a person leaves prison. The real sentence starts as you walk out through the gates. And I don't think many people that have not been to prison understand that.
You lose the ability to make decisions, to problem solve, to think of new ideas. All of those things you have to put on the back burner. And it's not like you can just pick it up again, at the end of the sentence. You have to rebuild all these skills, all this knowledge, and it takes time.
We run 3 different courses. We run our core program, COOP, Keep Out of Prison. We run a Train the Trainer module, and we run a mentor training program. Each is about 4 weeks long, and they're delivered by myself and or other people from Hestia, with volunteer trainers supporting us as co-trainers.
My name's Ben. I'm a Back on Track support mentor with Hestia. I think it's a good thing because we get experience in helping other people change their lives upon release from prison and establish a career in whatever they want to do. Basically, it's positive encouragement and support to basically get the right drive and get on the right track and do positive things with your life.
We look at all aspects of being in prison and the reasons why people go to prison. Stereotypes, communications, repeating habits, cyclical behaviour, things that aren't really understood, the poor communications and the communication breakdowns that happen whilst people are in custody. To work with the organisation and fall back on track, we like people to have been out of custody for 2 years. However, all sorts and all types of people come along. We've got trainee social workers, we've got criminologists, we've got psychologists, and a lot of people who come along to the organisation because they want to give back.
Hi, my name is Asman. I've just finished my degree course of criminology. I'm really interested in criminal justice system and people who has been into prison. Knowing the system, I think Back on Track, mentoring, it's a really important part of the rehabilitation of people who has been into prison.
I think the main thing is the ability to actually work within a group. Many of the people, because of their custodial experience, have lost the ability to work in groups with other people, and we hopefully are giving them some of that confidence back.
In the community and in society, people are very, it's a real monkey on your back, having a criminal record or having been in prison. And I think the beauty of Back on Track is that it turns that negative thing into something positive. So people come on the course and the very thing that they might have been turned away from a job for is something that they can say, I'm going to use this experience in a positive way to help other people.
I think the main difference that the program makes to society is that people begin to own responsibility and take responsibility for their own lives, and also they start feeling a place within society, a niche where they actually fit, and that in itself means that if a person has buy-in to society, then there's less. You're less likely to do something that's going to jeopardize that position that you found for yourself in society. A lot of people that commit crime live outside of society, and so once you find that place, you don't want to let go.
There are far too many people going through a custodial sentence that don't have the opportunity for self-reflection. And if they don't hear a challenge to their way of thinking in that safe environment, or in an environment where they can actually be told it, then they're not going to hear it.
I have learned quite a bit from people there who has been inside. What is important, what I find out is that when they come out, they feel like they are part of the system as a number, even though they go through their probation and they do order, but they still feel they're not being given that one-to-one important issue to sort out their personal, because everybody has their different needs.
We deliver here, we're in South Bank University, I deliver it in Brixton, and we're very shortly going into Wormwood Scrubs. We also work with Hackney Learning Trust, and we're about to set up our second group sessions up there.
I'm Chris Jennings, I'm from Gospel Oak, and I've been on the Back on Track programme for about 6 weeks now, and yeah, I think it's really important. I'm looking at, for me it's important to find a way into working with people.
Many of the people who've come through our programme not only go on to do other things within Hestia and Back on Track, but they find themselves actual paid employment with other organisations in a similar field, so that's great.
Done a bit of research. I mean, Q3 is quite a high qualification to have. A lot of people can't get it. So I thought, yeah, give it a go. And I'm here today. Passed with flying colours. I've got myself a little advanced apprenticeship to start in the next 2 weeks. So onwards and upwards.
5 years ago, I would not have dreamed that I'd be able to walk down the street and feel happy, just content. And I never would have thought that I would have ever felt like I feel today.
I'd like it to become a standard training for anyone working in the sector. An awful lot of people are going to come along poorly trained and try to do something that is quite difficult with a very fragile participant group. And I just hope that we can actually give training to professionals. People can check out our website. It's at www.hestia.org.